Welcome back. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, glory, and honors to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai. I want to give double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and salutations to you, Akim, that's pushing his word in sincerity and in truth. Back with another lesson. It's going to be a quick lesson. Came across this article, and I heard something on the radio that made me look up this new buzzword called prebunking. All right. Now, this is from the United Nations Developmental Program, and it says, can artificial intelligence support prebunking? Right? It says, we are no strangers to warnings about how information pollution erodes public trust, deepens social and political divides, and limits access to accurate, reliable knowledge. The UNDP 23 to 24 Human Development Report highlights the growing challenge of digital communication in already polarized societies. So I'm going to read a little bit of this, then I'm going to play a video, grab a scripture, that's going to be it. But this is going to be a new buzzword that's going to be used because with the rise of AI, asking these chatbots, is that correct? Is this correct? The people that program them are going to set guidelines and rails to where they're going to push a certain narrative, all right, of the elite. So really the truth is going to be pre-bunked, so to speak, as more and more people come into the knowledge or try to get this knowledge down or wake up. There's going to come a time when, because people even do it now, especially the younger generation, they ask AI for everything. And that's the point I'm trying to get at, is there's a change in approach. We're just Googling something or looking up resources. AI is going to automatically spit out an answer. It's convenient, and it's going to really, going to break down how people used to study and, go to different resources and really gain knowledge. They're just going to ask an AI, and they're going to tell them this is this and this is that. Now, a lot of times with this pre-bunking method, with this new programming, it's going to give you what they want you to think. All right, indoctrination, so you can understand. It says the Human Development Report highlights the growing challenge of digital communication in already polarized societies where algorithms amplify division and further fuel misinformation. The UN has similarly, caution that disinformation fuel conflict, threaten democracy, and even hinder climate action. In this context, the erosion of the integrity of the information ecosystem risks compounding existing vulnerabilities. So anything agenda they got, like the climate, trying to so-called climate change, right? They're gonna push that. They're gonna push the thing with the anti-sim with the small hats. They're gonna push that, and ultimately, more and more of the true Israelites, when they wake up and who's the real people of the Bible, that's going to be pre-programmed, pre-bunked to tell you that no, that's a lie, that's falsehood, and anybody that's saying that are dangerous. That's coming next, and that's really the point that I'm getting at with this new buzzword of pre-bunking. Okay, so they have a whole strategic plan, and it says from 2026 to 2029 to scale the efforts to confront digital harms, including algorithm-driven polarization and online disinformation that erode social trust. So, like I said, claims and history and the Bible and scriptures, all that stuff is going to be highly vetted through the AI, and it's only going to tell you the answer they want you to have. All right, that's going to be the next step for this technology. All right, but let me play this video, and then we'll grab a scripture.
And finally, it takes resilience. As technology evolves, we need to build up societal immunity around information manipulation. Because research has shown that prebunking is much more successful than debunking. Prebunking is basically the opposite of debunking. In short, prevention is preferable to cure. Perhaps if you think of information manipulation.
Basically, you will not be allowed to make certain claims. You will not be allowed to say certain things. Whatever you say, if it's not, basically comes from the ministry of truth, or what they say is the truth, you will not be able to make that claim. All right? That's going to be the next step before, a lot of judgments take place.
As a virus. Instead of treating an infection once it has taken hold, that is debunking. It is much better to vaccinate so that the body is inoculated. Prebunking is the same approach. Because disinformation relies on people passing it on to others. It is essential that people know what malign information's influence is and what the techniques are that are behind it. And as the knowledge goes up, our chances of being influenced goes down. And that builds up the society resilience that we will need.
All right. So you caught our speech, basically going into prebunking and what's needed in society. All right. They're the right type of information. All right. The pre-bunked information. But like I said, it's really going to get to the point where internet is going to be highly controlled. All the posts, memes, these videos, everything is going to be highly regulated they're going to feed through AI systems, and anything that's not in line with AI and what the elites want the public to believe, it won't go up. That's what's coming. The scripture I'm going to grab is the book of 2nd Esdras, the 5th chapter. It says, nevertheless, it's coming, the tokens, behold, the day. Let me start off Salaki. 2nd Esdras 5:1. Nevertheless, it's coming the tokens, behold, the day shall come that they which dwell upon the earth shall be taken in great number, and the way of truth shall be hidden, and the land shall be barren of faith. All right? So we're going to enter into these times where, like I was saying, this knowledge is not going to be openly and readily available like it is right now. All right? We always go into that one scripture, famine of the word. We always go into the scripture telling you that wisdom and knowledge is going to be the stability of your times, because shit is going to be in utter chaos, and the real truth is not going to be out there. Because why? It's going to be pre-bunked, man. It's going to be controlled. And that's why you have the United Nations Artificial Intelligence, AI, is going to be pushed heavily to control the narrative, to control what you're allowed to think, control what you're allowed to see, what information can be relayed. All right? That's what's coming. But that's the point. I want to give all glory, praises, and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, and show him the next time.